And now, live from the Neverland Theatre, your host, Gary Starr.
Hello, a very good evening to you. Welcome to StageToStream.tv, live here at the Neverland Theatre in Skegness. How are you all this evening? Are you well? It's wonderful to see you all, and it's wonderful to be back once again here on StageToStream.tv. Now, of course, after tonight, we're back on Monday. We're having the weekend off. We're going to get some new bits together. We've got some wonderful guests coming up, which we're going to tell you about, and loads more going on. Before we start this evening, what we need you to do is give us some love. So if you're here right now watching live as it happens, give it a bit of love. Press the like button, press the love button, give us those emojis, get those flying, and of course, make sure if you're out there now, share the stream, share it to your friends. Let's get more people involved. Let's get more people talking and more people involved with StageToStream.tv. Okay, well, it's going to be a fun evening this evening. Let's find out who's on the show tonight. Live tonight on Stage to Stream, Damien Patton, Lucy Rollison, and from Theme Park Fan the Musical, Dylan Lee, all here on... Yes, it's an exciting evening this evening, and looking forward a lot to talking to everyone tonight. All coming up very shortly indeed. So if you do want to join us this evening, make sure you get social, like Brian Patton just did. Of course, make sure you like the page, follow it, and then you'll know when we go live. And over the next few weeks, we're getting more and more guests on and having more and more chat with things to do with theatre, TV, film, and everything else involved as well. So right now, it is that time of the evening which you're all waiting for, because it's everyone's favourite time of the evening. So we're going to say hello to Social Media Corner and, of course, Right Hand Ruthie.
Right hand Ruthie, right hand Ruthie.
Right hand Ruthie.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How are you this evening?
Great. How are you?
Yes, wonderful, thank you. Yeah, I'm raring to go this evening.
Raring to go.
Are you?
I am, yes.
Good. Are you ready in Social Corner?
I certainly am, yes.
Fabulous. We want people to talk to you tonight, don't we?
We do, yeah. I felt a bit sad last night.
Why?
Well, do you remember right at the beginning when I said if anyone wants to send in any questions for Gary?
Yeah, no,
you.
we don't need to worry about that.
No, we do. So nobody sent any questions in. So that either means one of two things.
I know what it means. It means nobody's interested, which is a good thing. Let's leave it there.
So if anyone out there wants to ask Gary any questions, send them in. Let me know. We're going to put Gary in the hot seat later on.
How hot will it be?
Very hot.
Yeah.
It's hot as the sun.
So, Ruth, there's, or should I say Ruthie, as you are this evening, there's many ways for people to get involved if they haven't done already to get social. We want to see you talking. So how do they get involved this evening?
Oh, this evening, yes, sorry, I was reading all the comments that were coming up. So this evening, hop on the stage, it's truly professional tonight for me. Hop on StageToStream.tv on Facebook. If you're watching any of the other streams, anywhere else that we're sharing it, if you can, you're able to hop on over to the main site, which is StageToStream.tv on the Facebook. Hop on there, pop in the comments, let me know where you're from, give me a wave, send me a favourite emoji, send those questions in for Gary for later on. Or alternatively, you can also drop us a text or a message on WhatsApp as well. And the number is, Gary?
07510 891 005.
Oh, that was jazzy, wasn't
like
it?
that?
That was very good.
We should point out the reason we want you to come over to StageToStream.tv on Facebook, whatever form you're watching it on. If you come over to that one, Ruth can find that easier to just watch one, because we've got Twitch, YouTube, 4 Facebook channels going, and Twitter. So if you want to talk and get social, just hop on over, switch over, and come to us on StageStream.tv, because eventually everything will come here. Hello to our new follower, Jamie Riding. Hello to you. You see, pop up while I'm here and we're talking. So Ruth, an exciting evening this evening, and I can see all the love going as well this evening. All those little emojis going off, all the love hearts and stuff. That's nice to see.
It is nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's wonderful. And we've got in the comments already, we've got Steve Andrews. Hi, Steve. He's wine in hand, cooking the tea, and wishes us a good show. Hi, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Steve, of course, is an absolute genius. He's an artistic, creative... he built Tin Man, is all I'm going to say, and you're going to see that very shortly indeed. You'll see it on one of the adverts a little bit later on for Wizard of Oz. He's just a genius. So, hi, Steve. Have a good evening. Hello, Penny, as well. We'll say hello to you as well. Hope you're both well, and enjoy the show. Back to Ruth.
Yes. So let me know where you're from today. We've been having a little mini competition. It's a rubbish competition, but a competition nonetheless. So let us know where you're from in the world. We've got as far as Dubai so far. So if you're further away than Dubai, give me a wave. Let me know where you are, what location you're listening to us in.
Dubai is the furthest away. Oh,
it is.
Well, I think we can get further.
I think so.
I've got friends out there, way out there. There must be. They try and move as far away as possible. So, maybe not friends. But what have you been doing today, Ruthie? Anything exciting?
Well, I've been booking in lots of guests ready for next week. We've got a cracking list of people waiting to come on next week for us. But as always, there is still space. So if anyone out there wants to come on the show, have a little chat, then drop me a message. You can come into the inbox, send me an email, text, or whatever you want to do. Let me know. We're looking for all different kinds of creative. What are you laughing over there for?
Nothing. Just to amuse myself.
As I was saying, we're looking for any types of creatives. So you can be on the stage or you can be behind the stage. So we're looking for anyone involved in the arts in any way, shape or form. You can be set designers, costumiers. You can be involved in makeup and stunts and choreography. Or you can be on the stage. You could be an actor, a singer, a dancer. Absolutely anything. We're looking authors, poets. Oh, that's a long list, isn't it? If any of that relates to you and you want to hop on and have a little chat, then drop us a message.
Nice. I'm liking your thoughts here. So we've got a couple more messages. We've got Jamie Riding, who said, great what you're doing, would love to be involved. I'm doing your job now, why don't I come back to you and you can do it?
Well, yeah, that'd be nice, yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted a bit more
just
of
taking
me
over
on the screen. Back to you.
Okay, so who are we looking for? So Jamie Riding, as Gary did say, he'd love to be involved. Hi Jamie, well, drop us an inbox, send us a message. Where are you? You're down in sunny Bournemouth. Ooh, we're in Portsmouth a few days ago, so Bournemouth's right down there as well. Penny says hi, thanks for the big up. You're welcome, Penny. And Jed Higgins wants to know, have you ever been to Scarborough? Me personally, I've been through it. Oh no, I have been in it. The Bridlington. I've been I've been in the theatre there, the Bridlington. Is it Bridlington? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I worked in Bridlington and I've been to Scarborough many, many times. Yes. So yes is the answer to that.
So yes, both of us have been there. Fabulous. So as always, make sure you get those. Hi, Julie Fox. Hi from Lincoln. So do make sure you get those messages in as well. So for any of our artists that we've got on later on, all of our guests, Damien Patton, Lucy Rollison and Dylan Lee. So for any questions that you want to be asked, drop them in the comments and I will read them out later on.
Yes, nice indeed. Hello to Adam Steele, watching this evening. Good to see you. Hope you're well, my friend. And of course, hi, Julie. I'm going to say hello to you as well. I hope you and Jamie are both well. We were chatting the other night about me doing Hook and how I'm terrible at learning lines and all those things that happened, like me being in a dress rehearsal with a script. So, we were laughing about that, how terrible I really am. But I'm good at making things up like this now. Hope you're all well out there. Much love to you and the family. So this evening we've got a cracking lineup. Thanks Ruth. We're going to come back to you in a little while this evening. Don't forget, if you want to speak to Ruth, she's in Social Media Corner. Hello. And you can WhatsApp and text her on 07510 891 005, or indeed you can send her a message on here or on Facebook private messenger if you wish to do so into her box. Okay, so this evening we have got some cracking guests for you. As I did say, Damien Patton, Lucy Rollison's here. You may have seen Tommy the other night, and we've got the dad of the group, Rollo, next week on Monday, which is exciting. And of course, a little bit later on, Dylan Lee, Theme Park Fan the Musical. We're going to be advertising that a little bit later on, which is very exciting indeed. Our first guest is coming up very shortly indeed. We're going to have a quick look though, first of all, at a little bit of Damien Patton in action. Don't go anywhere. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Damien Patton live. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Evening. I'm very well. I'm as good as can be expected in lockdown.
Wonderful to see you, and wonderful just to see a bit of that beautiful traditional panto gag there of Busy Bee done so wonderfully well with you, and I believe that would be Steve Walls, I think, yes?
That's him, yeah, up in Whitley Bay for Blue Genie. I did that not this last Christmas because nothing much happened, but the Christmas before that, actual panto when it was a thing. Whitley Bay Playhouse. It was my second time there, so it was brilliant.
Amazing, great to see. Now, for those that don't know you, tell us a bit about yourself, Damien.
Well, my name's Damien Patton, and I'm an entertainer. I'm a variety performer, as it were. I do panto every year. My main job is performing, so I do all the holiday parks. I do kids parties as well. I come from a showbiz family, so I've grown up well and truly with entertainment in and around my blood. So it's a great thing to be a part of, as you know, because you do it yourself. But it's just at the moment so hard not being able to actually do it in front of a live audience. So something like this, where we're bringing it to the people, is just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned your showbiz family because obviously entertainment runs in the genes completely. Tell us who they are.
Well, we've got my uncles are the Chuckle Brothers, so Paul and Barry. Obviously, we've lost Barry now, but they're the Chuckle Brothers. So when I was growing up, they were on Chucklevision when I was coming home from school, and that ran for, I think, 27 years in total. And then my dad and other uncle, they were the Patton Brothers, and they were big on stage rather than on screen. So everyone knows the Chuckle Brothers, but if you come from kind of showbiz theatre, you might know of the Patton Brothers. And that's how I got into the business. My first panto was actually with my dad and uncle, so I got to perform with them.
Amazing.
But it was just growing up watching variety, I think, got me hooked. And then I thought, when I realised it could actually be a job I could do, I went to sixth form, did it for 2 years, performing arts, and then straight into my first panto, which was now 14 years ago. It was my first actual professional panto. I just did amateur dramatics before that, but that was at the Bolton Albert Halls. I did Red Riding Hood, and that was one of my only times I've ever played a baddie in panto.
Really?
And I know it's great. Panto baddie is fantastic, but I grew up wanting to be a comedian, and then my first actual panto in front of an audience, I was a big bad wolf in Red Riding Hood.
Amazing. And obviously panto's been a big part of your life, because as with all of us, we love it. We love being part of it. What pantos have you done? You're obviously in quite a few. Well,
I've done a lot of the subjects. I've done, the Red Riding Hoods, Jack and the Beanstalks, and the Cinderellas. I did Cinderella, I think 4 years in a row. I think 3-4 years in a row, and then it's nice to do a change after you do so many in a row. But yeah, I've done 14 different ones, multiple that are the same. I've done Aladdin a couple of times, Jack and the Beanstalk. Just looking, I've got bills all around me, so I'm trying to see what I've done. But I've never done Peter Pan though.
Have you not?
That's one yet to go. I know it's not, as it were, a traditional panto, but I've never been a part of it. So yeah, that would be one to cross off the list.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Peter Pan's my favourite, so obviously, hence naming a theatre after it and everything else that goes on. So yes, yeah, that's amazing. Obviously, then the lockdown happened. How have you kept yourself sort of busy, and what have you been doing throughout the last year?
Well, just before the first lockdown, when the government said we recommend no one goes to shows and places of gathering. So it wasn't actually lockdown, but it was about 4 or 5 days before. He said, try and work from home, and we're shutting all venues. So I was like, well, that's my work gone then. Yeah. So it's all venue based. So I decided to go on Facebook and try and make people smile because obviously that was bad news. And I did a little video which was just an entertainer working from home. It was only about 30 seconds. It was me. What was the first one? Something like, you're not allowed out the house. So I was squirting water pistols out my door to water the plants or something like that to a bit of music. And then I thought, well, that was quite funny. Got a good response. So I did another one. And then that turned into a week. And then actual lockdown happened. So I carried the videos on. Amazing. And I thought I'll be over in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. Anyway, 100 days later, I did a video every single day. And I mean, I numbered them all. So you can find them on my Facebook page or I did them on YouTube as well. But it made its own series, An Entertainer Working From Home. And then, as I said, it went right through to 100 videos. And then we began coming out of lockdown. So that kept me busy, luckily, through the main part. And then when we had restrictions lift a little bit in, I think, August, we were allowed to do outside performing again. And Pontins got onto me, and I did a Pontins tour on outside venues. And I know you had Steve Hewlett on the other day. We were following each other around, actually.
Amazing.
He was at one venue, I was at the other end, and then we swapped. And then, so that was nice. Not many people at the gigs because everyone was not really booking holidays then. But that kept me busy. And then I also had a couple of outdoor walkabout festivals. You had to wear masks and that, but I adapted. And then the other thing that happened was lockdown 2 came about after a couple of months. So I thought, right, Boris has asked for another series of the lockdown videos. So I started them up again. And that one, luckily, was only about 30 days. It was only 4 weeks. And then we had we did the tier system after that. But it was a lot of videos throughout the year, but it certainly kept me busy.
Yeah, it has been a strange old year, and I know we keep going over this with everybody that's on, of how they've kind of gone through it and stuff. I think modern technology's kind of helped everybody, hasn't it? When you look at even like this with Zoom and this kind of way, has certainly pushed everybody forward. Do you think this will become part of it in the future? The sort of online stuff. Do you think you'll do more of that as well as getting back on stage?
I mean, the reason I did the videos was because I just wanted to make other people smile. So I know some people were having a really hard time, and obviously we all were with not having any work, and hardly anyone did in the country then. But I just wanted to make someone smile. So it was obviously, I was doing it off my own back. There's nothing gaining from it. But if I could bring someone a little bit of joy in their day, even for 30 seconds a minute, that made me happy. And that's why it carried on for so long. I mean, 100 days is quite a lot to do videos, but it was just, if I can give that to people in lockdown, then great. And now that I've finished the videos, you'll often find just, a picture that's funny or a funny video that isn't me, or a quote, or any of my social medias, just so someone can have a look at it and, bring a smile to their face, which is
absolutely
what I want. But I think I will do more videos, even when full-on work gets back, because it's a nice way to reach people that you don't reach on stage. Yeah. But things like actual work, as in pantos and tours and things, I think all of that will come back. I know we had a lot, and you did yourself, and you had a lot of streaming videos, which has been perfect to bring panto to people. Yeah. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it will all come back this coming Christmas. But if it doesn't, I think producers know that they can do streaming. So you might find, worst case scenario, if it didn't come back again, live theatre this year, then you might find there's a lot more streaming pantos for the theatres that people normally go to. Yeah. So I think, it's such a good way of getting to people that I think now a lot of people will use it more. Certainly if you used to go into an office and you work from home now, then they might say, oh, well, stay working from home. Well, save the cost of the office space.
Yeah, I definitely think. I think the online streaming. I was having this conversation today again. They said, "Oh, do you think it'll take over from doing theatre?" And I genuinely think it has a place. I think you can stream at the same time and utilise that for people who can't get to the theatre at the same time as doing the live theatre. And with the fact the vaccines are being rolled out now, and we're at this sort of time. Hopefully by Christmas, it'd be nice to say that I think panto will be back, and we can only stay positive with that, and and push forward with it, and and move in that direction that it is going to be back. So
exactly.
Yeah,
but it's also so easy now, which is a good thing, that you can, if you've got Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you can just pop on. They all do a live stream button now.
Yep.
So you can, anywhere you are, if you're an entertainer or not, you can soon get on and you can have a meeting, or you can have a stream yourself doing something, setting up the stage, which is another thing I've done before. So it brings people a bit of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Even when I'm setting up a gig, sometimes I have done that, and then I'll just record it and then speed it up, so it's like a fast motion. So it's definitely added to the experience of people's enjoyment. As I said, if it be pantos or just watching gigs or reruns of gigs that they've streamed, like we found this year, there was a lot of pantos streamed, and there was a lot of comedy gigs streamed. If people can't, nursing homes, for instance, perfect. They couldn't get out, but they could get pantos in, and that brings them joy. So, as you said, I think it's definitely going to stick around, and we'll see more of it. But running alongside the theatre, because people love to go to a theatre, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. So what have you got planned for the future? Where, what assuming this is all going to happen hopefully very soon, and it will, I believe. But what are you up to next?
Well, pantos are my main enjoyment. So I've done 14, and I hope to just carry on for as long as possible. So, I mean, my dad, who's the Patton brothers, they did 56 years in a row of pantos. Amazing. Without missing a performance. So, I mean, hopefully I can get as close to that target, as it were, as possible. But that's my main enjoyment. So to get that booked up, I mean, I'm booked with a company. We just obviously we have to see how this year goes. Yeah. So that's coming next. In the summer, there are bookings coming in, and mainly they're outdoor bookings at the moment, because people still don't know what exactly is going on. So I would normally do all the holiday parks. So I do all the havens across the whole country, Scotland, Wales, Kent, everywhere. But they've not, they haven't got a date of opening yet. Yeah. So it's hard to book up gigs. Pontins, though, they're set. They've got outdoor stages, so I'm sure that'll happen again. And I can also do children's parties like through Zoom. Yeah. So that is where the technology is helping. Lots of entertainers can offer that, because you can't have a kids party now, certainly of more than 2 at the moment, but it was more than 6, and you can't meet up outdoors and all this. It's just kept entertainers going, having this internet. And if this has happened 10 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to do that, really, or not as easily. There was no live buttons, and Zoom wasn't about then. So it's in a way, it's good that it's happened where you can be so connected with people and bring them entertainment so easily.
Yeah, it's certainly, it's brought people together more, in a technological way, than obviously it would be better in person. But yeah, absolutely. The way we've kind of utilized technology, and everyone's had to adapt, so quickly to make this work and to get this sort of thing out there is incredible. And I think, it's certainly something for the future that we can bring alongside everything else that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. Okay, well, we're going to go to Ruthie, who is over in Social Media Corner. Hello, Ruthie.
Hello.
Are you all right?
I'm great. How are you?
Yes, good, thank you. I see social media is going crazy all over the place.
It is. It really is. Hi, Damien. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, good.
Very good. Yeah, we've got lots of questions coming in for you. Lots of love for you. There's lots of people commenting and saying thank you for doing all those videos in the lockdown. But one in particular here we've got here. It's Brett Owen. He said, "We loved your videos, Damon. Crazy man."
Crazy. Thank you. Well, as I said, I'm sure I'll do more. It's just fitting them in. So
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
it. Well, we've got lots of questions here for you. There's a few that come in. The usual favourites that come in. There's obviously people want to know, what is your favourite panto sketch or gag? Your absolute favourite.
Sketch or gag? Well, I like getting messy on stage, and as you saw with that clip, Busy Bee, that was water on me. There's another one that I did for Blue Genie, which was the last panto in Whitley Bay, where I had shaving foam not just shoved in my face, but I had to stand under this pipe that came down, and I got
Amazing.
covered head to toe in this foam. So any gag where I can get messy, because I know how to kind of receive the mess and control it so it doesn't just go everywhere, is a joy for me. So things like the ice cream routine, I mean, my family's done versions of that for years, and it's a joy to perform those, knowing and seeing them perform it when I was a kid. But now I'm in the industry, it's just fantastic to work with. So any gag where I can get messy, producers tend to like that, because I know a lot of people shy away from getting messy. You might ruin the stage, ruin the mic, ruin the makeup. But no, I just love, I'd say, yeah. So top gag, maybe ice cream routine done in a way that, you know, I do it, because they're all different. But
no, absolutely. It's when you look at it as well, you know, I was surprised as well when you see that, you know, you see people doing it 30, 40 years ago, these gags, and they are, you know, pretty much word for word. They work in the same way that they were doing them at Robot and they're, you know, they're just beautiful gags, and people still find them funny, which is the, you know, the amazing thing, isn't it? It's yeah, crazy.
Well, I find that with my show that I do in Havens and the holiday parks, it's very visual. I'm not a stand-up comic, so I won't just stand on stage and do 20 minutes of gags. It's all kind of visual entertainment. So I always include a custard pie. So you'll always see with that in a show or my show. I'll always do like balloons, anything that's visual, and maybe I'll fall over it now and then. It's just that's always funny. Whereas some gags will work in some places and won't in others. Whereas a custard pie in the face is a custard pie in the face.
Absolutely.
And you have to make it look realistic. But I find that works whether you're in Scotland, whether you're in Kent, whether you're in Skegness, whether you're in anywhere really.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruthie, back to you.
I mean, who doesn't love a custard pie?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's one of those things as well. I think, like you were saying, Gary, that it's one of those things that those gags they're going for such a long time, but they're either done well or they're not done quite so well. And I think it's one of those things when you see them done well, they're just fabulous, aren't they? It's that old stagecraft that, and for people like you growing up and getting to see all the old pros, and being born into it as well, it must be fabulous to be able to keep doing those same routines as well. It's like a little homage almost, isn't it? It's great. Oh, exactly, love it. Yeah. Right, let's move on. Let's have a little look. We want to know. Oh, this is a good one. This is from Jamie Riding. We want to know any onstage mishaps.
There's a few. I did a version of an ice cream gag in the past, and we've been doing it for we had 60 shows, so we did it a lot of times. And halfway through the run, because it was another it was an actress who delivered the pie to my face, for some reason that day it was in the wrong moment, or she did it too early, too late, I don't know what it was. But I was breathing in at the time, and I'm sure anyone who's done a pie routine or anything will have had this at some point. But you're breathing in, and it was one of those where you can't just cough. I'm fine. I just couldn't breathe on stage, so suddenly a hand came on from the side and had a bottle of water, but it felt like I was there for minutes, but it was obviously a couple of seconds. So almost passing out on stage, that's always fun. And there was another time year before last where it was another same kind of thing. For some reason, this was my own fault this time, done the gag, 50 shows, second show of the day, foam went in a place it's never gone before, and I had to leave the stage. Luckily, I could leave the stage because I only had one extra line, but it was actually Steve Walls. He was with me on the stage, and he knew to just carry on. And then the audience didn't know anything had happened. We just carried on with the show. But I was in the wings going, oh my goodness, I couldn't breathe. What happened then? So there's a few mishaps. I've fallen over a couple of times, not on purpose. I've done a finale walk down once and just slipped. And then my first ever panto, I broke my toe on stage. So that was nice. Chasing someone off, doing the ghost routine, straight into the side of the Bolton Albert Hall's metal pole that was on the floor. That was a one to remember. So there's been a few, but you just work with them. If they happen, you go with it. You can either get a laugh out of it, or there's people there to cover for you. So
Yeah, it's a crazy how that happens, isn't it? How you just, whether it's the adrenaline that kicks in or whatever, or just that fear of going, I'm not going to be made to look a fool in that way, even though I can do that, I'll fall over and break my leg and still walk off and, smile and make it look like comedy. It's great how it works. I love it. Ruthie, back to you.
Yeah, okay, great. We've got one here from Philip Hoyles. Hi, Phil. And he wants to know, coming from a showbiz family, was it inevitable for yourself to go into showbiz, or were you ever tempted to sort of take a different route and get a muggle job, as it were?
Well, when I was growing up and at school, it never occurred to me at school that I was going to go into entertainment. Obviously, my family was in entertainment. Everyone, my mum used to be a dancer. She then turned into choreographer, director, all this. So everyone was in it. And I was in amateur dramatics, just at Christmas doing their local panto. And then sometimes throughout the year, they did little plays where I was a chorus boy or whatever it was. But it wasn't actually until, year 10, whatever they were at the time, that I thought, right, I need to think about this. What could I be? And for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, I thought, I could be a chef. That'd be fantastic, because I saw Gary Rhodes was on the TV. It looked a great job. They're in front of the camera, so still performing in front of the camera. They're nice and clean. Oh, this is great. Here's the plate of food. And then during those 2 weeks, I thought I could do a chef. I realized that wasn't a chef. That was a TV chef. Yeah. That was a performer chef. And an actual chef is long hours in the kitchen. You're hot, you're making food, you're having people shouting at you. And I thought, maybe not. And then I realized, well, I'm doing entertainment anyway. I'm making, friends laugh and I'm doing these pantos and my dad's in it. And of course, I want to be that. Why would I think of anything else? So from then on, that's pretty much all I've ever wanted to do. All I've ever wanted to carry on is be the performer. So rather than directing, writing, anything like that, I've wanted to be on that stage, making people laugh, and to have my family in it. It's been great. Like other guests have said, it's been great to, when you have your family in it, you can be on the side of stages and you can watch what they do time after time, and it doesn't get boring because there's a funny thing with laughter where it just, you want more of it. And if you've heard the gag so many times, it's still funny. As long as you enjoy it while performing it and it doesn't become a chore, as it were. Oh, it's the third show of a day, I'll just do it like that. No, it's, if you're enjoying it, they're going to enjoy it, no matter how many times you've performed it. So I've always wanted to be a performer, as it were, but those 2 weeks, but that's all I can see me ever do. So there's no other plans, as it were.
Love it. Ruth, we've got time for one more with you. Let's go back. One more question.
Okay, right. I'm going to pop on to this one here then. We've got Bippo watching. Hi, Bippo.
Hi, Bippo.
And he wants to know, have you ever been interested in the circus?
Circus? Well, not being in the circus, but I've been to watch a lot of circus, and routines in both panto and circus are a lot of the same routines, because all the clowns, obviously they are very big in their actions, but if you watch the routines, they're the same as what I do. So in there's lots of cream and splosh in circuses. There's lots of water. The good thing about a circus is normally you can make as much mess as you possibly want, because the floors these just get wiped down at the end, whereas you can't really do that on a stage unless you've got special equipment ready. But I've not ever thought about going into the circus or performing. I do one of my acts in a show, but that is why I like panto so much. And I have done pantos in half terms and Octobers and Februaries and Easters and all that, because I like those kind of routines, those kind of circusy routines that you do. And I've been able to work with some people from the circus, like Charlie Caroli up in Blackpool. I've done, he used to work with my dad when I was growing up, so I used to watch him in the variety shows, but I got to work with him again at Bolton Albert Halls, where I could watch him do his routines on stage every night. And that was just a magical experience to be able to, see it so many times, as it were. But who knows what the future holds? I might get to perform in a circus one day, do a routine or two. We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, I did circus a couple of years ago, and I have to say it was the best thing I've ever done. Of any venue, of anything, there's just something, and I get it. I would definitely recommend it. Do it. There's just something. You can't even explain it. It's magical of being in that environment. And all your acts and everything you do fits perfectly for circus as well. So I would definitely say.
I suppose again, it's getting that opportunity as well. So if you want to do something, you then need to find the right avenue.
Bippo's the man to talk to.
Well, there you go. You see, I do a lot of juggling and circus skills. When I'm not on stage, I do. As I said, I do kids' parties and fun days, but part of that is circus workshop. So I've got a big kit with me. It's not as messy, obviously, which is good. But I teach kids how to juggle, how to balance things, and all that. So circus is around me. Yeah. It's just I've never performed at a circus. What the future holds, we never know. We don't know.
Yeah, definitely try it. Definitely do it. It's incredible. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Talk to Bippo. Good. Well, it's been absolutely amazing having you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure. We shall definitely speak again. Let's do this again some other time, and we'll chat more. And once all this is over as well, we can see more of what you're doing. That'd be great. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a massive round of applause, please, for the fabulous Damien Patton. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
wonderful.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Welcome back to StagetoStream.tv, live here from the Neverland Theatre here in the wonderful town of Skegness. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening this evening. We're definitely going to get Damien Patton back to chat to us a little bit more in the future. We've got loads of questions coming in, but we've got so much to get through this evening, so we've got to fly through tonight. We've got the lovely Lucy joining us very shortly indeed, but before that, let's quickly go over to Ruthie. Hello, Ruthie.
Hello.
Are you all right?
Yes.
How's it going?
Oh, I was just losing my headphones there. I'm back on.
No, that's okay. You know, get ready for it.
Slippery head.
How's it going over in social media corner?
Yeah, really good. We've got lots of love for Damien. Also, lots of questions came through, which I didn't get a chance to ask.
I know, there were a lot, weren't they?
So many questions. So I promise I'll try and get through a lot more for Lucy. So get them in now. Get your questions in now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though you've not met her yet, just, get the questions ready. We've got lots coming in. Actually, Gary, we've got a question for you.
Go on then.
How hot is your seat? No, it's a good one. It's nice. I'm being nice to start off with.
I thought that was a question.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, like being in the hot seat,
Right, okay. I just thought you meant how hot is my seat. Yeah, it's quite warm tonight. I've got the heater under it. There you go. And question answered.
There you go. No, that's not what I wanted. You're not going to have it that easy. So we've got a question. Beverly wants to know. I've lost it now. It's gone. So many things scrolling through. She wants to know your favourite theatre you've ever performed in other than Neverland.
Neverland. I don't know really. Halifax, the Victoria Theatre, that was amazing because that was 3,500 seaters. That was a big one. The Worthing Pavilion was amazing. Maidstone, was amazing. Yeah, because Mandy Hare was down there. She was an incredible theatre manager. Yeah, so any of those, they were good. And of course, I said it before, but I'll say it again, the circus was just something completely different to performing. And after all those theatres, yeah, that was a good place to perform in.
Very good.
Any more from anybody else?
No, we'll save them for later on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's good. It's good to know. My favourite theatre, here we go. I've actually been at Her Majesty's Theatre. Ooh.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was good fun, that. It was really good fun. I was a lot younger, though. Obviously, littler. And I remember because Phantom was playing at the same time. I wasn't in Phantom. I wish I was. I wasn't. But they had all their props and all their costumes and everything, and they hadn't really been put away. They were sort of all in the wings and stacked up and everything. And we were doing this show with Bonnie Langford was hosting. And I just remember we were all stood in the wings and Bonnie Langford there. She was like, "Quick, come over here." I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "Look at this," and she was pulling out all these, all the little costumes and everything, all the props, and she was, "Look up there, the chandelier," and it was just amazing. But being a kid and being on that stage, that was phenomenal. So that's my favourite, personally. Yeah,
it's a good story.
Thanks. That was a good story.
That was a good story. Yeah,
I don't have many of them.
Bonnie Langford playing with other people's props. A little bit naughty.
Well, no, that sounds wrong.
Whatever.
Well, no, she was like, because they were all there anyway. They hadn't like all put them away. They were just at the side. She's like, "Oh, look at this, look at that." Oh, because she was
good.
Anyway.
Thanks, Ruthie. Always a pleasure to have you here this evening. And of course, we'll be back to you. That sounded a bit awful, didn't it? I'm sorry. No, it's good. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. It's lovely to have you here. And of course, I'll be back. Face. And, what?
Me and my moon face.
It's not so moony tonight.
No, it's not. I have used more bronzer. Each night I've put more on.
Yeah, more of mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to run out.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
But it's good. You look wonderful. There we go. Fabulous. I'll be back with you shortly. Fabulous. Well, there we go. There's Ruthie in Social Media Corner. If you've got questions, coming up for Lucy, who's here in just a few moments' time. And, of course, our final guest, Dylan Lee, who's the director of Theme Park Fan, the musical, which is airing tomorrow on YouTube, because that's what we're doing now. Everything's online. So if you want to see that, join us for that and get some questions in, whatever you want to talk about. But right now, we're going to have a very quick look at a little promo video for Lucy and what she's doing this Sunday in aid of Children's Mental Health Week. Have a look at this.
This Sunday, on the 7th of February, Rolleston Stage School are supporting Children's Mental Health Week with free workshops with BGT finalist Steve Hewlett doing a ventriloquism workshop, Panto workshop with pantomime's favourite Kev Orkian, a fun-filled contemporary workshop with Sophie Moschini, and teacher Emily Riddington showing you how to have a happy mind during lockdown. Showbiz favourite Alison Ford bringing you a showbiz makeup tutorial, and later on in the day some yoga. Star of stage and screen Andrew Van Buren bringing you some circus knowledge, and singing sensation Linda Newport will be bringing you some showbiz fun. It's gonna be fun. Comedy star and kids favourite Rollo, and from the legendary music writing family the Shermans, it's the one, the only Robbie Sherman. Don't delay and book today. Book through rollersonstage@gmail.com. Come on, what are you waiting for? Book now!
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Lucy Rollerson, hello, how are you?
Hi Gary, yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
How are you?
I'm very good. I've mixed things up a bit tonight. I've put me on the left, you on the right, just for...
Well,
It was an accident. I don't know what happened there, but it flipped at the last minute, but it's good. I'm over here now. Yeah, how are you this evening? Are you all good?
Yeah, I'm really well. I've just finished teaching some of my students on Zoom, so that was fun.
Of course.
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a crazy time, hence moving everything to Zoom. But how's that going for you? Is it all good?
Yeah, it is going well. We started off on Zoom and I offered free classes to all my students. And at first, some of them dealt with it really well and some of them struggled. So when we were allowed to meet people for exercise outside, I started going around to my students' gardens. And we, at a distance, I would teach them in their gardens. I never thought about the weather though. And some of these kids would look forward to their lesson all week. And if it was raining, some of them said to me, no, I want to do it. I still want to do it. So I remember one of my lessons, I was stood outside the house and they were stood in their conservatory and I was stood with a hood up. But these kids wanted to do it. Amazing. So in the end, I ended up putting a big gazebo up with like plastic flooring, and I had to disinfect it and everything. But these kids would not miss them lessons for love nor money. They would be there no matter what.
No, it's amazing. So, and it's good that you did that as well. That you found a way, which is very important in these times.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about yourself, Lucy. Tell us what you've done, where you've come from, how you started. Let's tell everybody out there about you first of all.
Oh, okay. So as you know, Gary, I was born into a show business family. My dad was and is a comedian, children's entertainer.
Wow.
Very good, Dad, I love you.
Wow.
And of course, my little brother, Tommy J, who was on the show the other week, he is a speciality act comic. And my mum was a dancer also. And so she's done a lot with the dance school too. So I was born into it. So I kind of grew up around theatre and stage. I grew up backstage on holiday circuits and that kind of thing. And then I obviously went into it myself. So I went to Bodywork and trained dancer, singer, actor, and done some bits and bobs, panto and all that. And now I'm working with Tommy. We do our own speciality act, which I absolutely love. My mum was set on us not working together. She wanted us to have our own paths and, but he found that when you have your sister as an assistant, you get away with a bit more, So I remember we did a gig actually, and we had quite a lot of stars on the front row. We didn't realise how big this gig was. It was in London, and it was when we first started working together, and he decided that I was going to be part of the act. I'd waited a long time for it, and we turned up to this gig. It was really posh, and we find out that Brian May was on the front row.
Amazing.
Anita Dobson, Barry Cryer, Larry Lamb, all these people, and we were like, oh my God, imagine having to go out and perform to these people. So I thought, oh my God. So anyway, it starts off, we had to dress up and go and meet these people. So this is our first proper big gig as a duo together, speciality act, and it starts off, I spill Prosecco all over Anita Dobson's dress.
Amazing.
So before we start, Tommy is not happy with me.
Yeah, mortified.
And then we start, and I bring the unicycle out, and he turns around and he says something not appropriate for the show. So I don't get away with making slip-ups as much as maybe some of the other girls have in the past. And when I don't catch things, it's always my fault,
Yeah.
But I love him, and we get on really well, and we've had a great time. And it's just a shame, obviously, we had so much coming up this past year. Same with the dance school, we had so much planned. So it's just adapting, really, and I'm so excited to get back out there again with it.
Yeah, it's amazing that you all work together, and I know you and Tommy are really close, which is amazing for a brother and sister, because normally they're not, but you guys, you get on really well and you work really well together, and of course your dad as well, and your mum who runs the school as well with you. It's amazing to see, and it's great to see how you've sort of adapted everything over the last year and sort of just got on with it, and with all the stuff you've done, it's great. So so obviously lockdown happened. You've moved everything to Zoom, and which is it's a necessity. It's happened, and and that sort of it. What's next for you? Because you've got things coming up, haven't you?
Yeah, so obviously all the children have done really well on Zoom. Some of them are as young as 3 years old, and I really worried about that age group adapting. And I find it quite sad actually when I see them and they're there in their tutus looking at the screen, and they're so determined because they love it. Their mums say to them, that's the only thing they have to look forward to. Yeah. So I'm pleased we've done it, and they have adapted so well. But over the lockdown, a lot of my children, I would go from seeing them, some of them four or five times a week. They'd be at dancing constantly. And I've had some students where their mental health has really deteriorated throughout this time.
Yeah.
And they found that dancing has been the only way to get their minds off what's happening. So I decided on Sunday, alongside their classes, for people that, especially children that cannot afford to pay for their lessons. I mean, we do all of ours at half price, but for those that are really struggling, we've decided to run a full day of classes and workshops on Sunday, the 7th of February, for children's mental health. So we're raising money as well. So we have got a link where you can donate.
Yeah, and I have to say that the line of people that came forward, because I mean, obviously we spoke about, we get you on here to promote it and stuff, but then I saw in that group all these people that were coming forward going, I'll do it, is incredible. So talk us through the people that are now so far doing this, because there's quite a lot, isn't there, that have stepped forward. Who have we got? Let's have a little look. So we've got, obviously Rollo's coming in. Which is amazing. That's great, because he's doing Punch and Judy, which is great. And is he doing that as a show, or is he going to teach people that, or
Wow, I've not really properly spoke to him about it, but he loves his kids stuff and stuff like that. So a lot of my young ones that wouldn't have maybe been able to have kept up with the other stuff, and they know Dad already, from being around the school. So he's going to do like a Punch and Judy workshop and show. And that'll be fab. They'll love it. Give them something different,
Yeah, absolutely. Then you've got Andrew as well as all your own classes that you're putting in with you and your mum will obviously be doing, and Tommy will be helping as well. You've got Andrew Van Buren, which is amazing. Very exciting. He's going to be doing a juggling tutorial and the Philip Astley lecture as well.
Yeah, amazing. Andrew is absolutely amazing. He's been amazing to our family, and not just through this children's mental health campaign. He's helped our whole family get through this lockdown. He rings us every week to do a quiz. His partner Alison also is teaching at my school with all my kids. So throughout this whole thing, they've been supporting the school too, and they've been a massive part of helping us and getting through, which has been lovely.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and a wonderful guy. We've got him on here next week, I think. Yeah, which is amazing. Can't wait for that. Alison Ford, what's she doing?
Alison, she's going to be doing stage makeup tutorials, and she's also doing a yoga and a calm down session at the end of the day, which will be lovely, because that's something different as well. And for those that do their shows, we've opened it up to absolutely anyone, wherever you are. So if you're interested in, you've been to a show and you wonder how we do our stage makeup, Alison's amazing at it. So that'll be great as well.
Amazing. Then you've got a fun children's musical film quiz, which is wonderful. Yeah. And Linda Newport's doing that.
Yeah, so Linda, she's our teacher. She does our acting and musical theatre and singing at our school. She's amazing. She directs a lot of panto. She was in a group, Stutz Bearcats. She's done loads, and she's brilliant. So she's going to, on our warm-up to Robbie Sherman, she is going to do a nice, fun musicals, movie quiz, Disney, just a bit of fun for the kids. Yeah. To get them involved. And
of course she teaches for you as well, doesn't she, for the
she does.
Stage School. Amazing. And then after that we've got a spoonful of Sherman. Now this is very exciting. Tell me more.
So obviously I'm a very proud member of the Granddaughter of Lady Rattlings, and a lot of the people that are coming on Sunday are my brother Water Rats, and I met Robbie just after he was initiated into the Granddaughter of Water Rats, and I'd watched the film Saving Mr. Banks, and I found it really fascinating, the way they made Mary Poppins. And when I met Robbie, I couldn't believe that the Sherman brothers were his uncle and dad. I was so overwhelmed by it. The stories that they have about Walt Disney and working with Walt Disney, and the stuff behind the film Mary Poppins and the music of Jungle Book, and it's crazy, his knowledge, and the fact that he's worked so closely with Disney is just amazing. Robbie is also he brought it out last year, a West End musical, A Spoonful of Sherman, which was like the life of the Sherman brothers and their songwriting. And Robbie is one of the kindest people I've ever met. And as soon as I approached him about doing this for children's mental health, he straight away said, whatever you want, however long you need, I'll do it for you.
Amazing.
So he's been great. And it's so exciting that we've got a guest like him, because I get a bit starstruck with everything that he's done. And I'm a massive Disney fan as well. So
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And then after that, you've got a panto workshop with Kev Orkian, another wonderful performer there. Tell us a bit about Kevin and what he's doing.
Oh, Kevin's great. Another one of my brother water rats. Kev is so kind. He also runs the British Panto Academy for kids. So he's got loads of classes online as well. So you can come and try it on Sunday for free. Kev's brilliant. He's done it all, comedy, panto, you name it, Kev's done it, and he's hilarious and so kind. So they'll love that as well.
Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. And then finally, rounding it all off with Alison's yoga session. Nice bit of yoga to finish it off.
Yeah, she can't wait. I think I need that to calm down as well after this weekend. And of course, Steve Hewlett as well.
Yeah.
Steve's doing a ventriloquism workshop.
Yes.
We're quite looking forward to that.
Yeah, Steve, who joined us the other day. You'll remember Steve Hewlett, who was here the other day, of course. He's doing his ventriloquist workshop. I did jump past that, didn't I? I do apologise, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
He'll be all right.
No, but that's very exciting. That's at 4:00. So there's activities going on throughout the day, and it's all free to join in. What do they need to do if they want to get involved with this? Whoever's out there listening and wants to get involved.
Yeah, so like I say, this is open to absolutely everyone, and the teachers we have are absolutely amazing. We also have Emily Riddington, who is a teacher, and she's the leader of Forest School and things like this. So she's also going to be bringing activities to help you keep a happy mind in lockdown. She is phenomenal. And also my cousin, who we work together on a lot of projects. My cousin Sophie Moschini, she's going to be doing some contemporary and stuff as well. So there'll be dance-based things. So if you are interested, if you go onto the Rolleston Stage School Facebook page, you can come in on that, give me a message, or email rollestonstageschool@gmail.com.
Wonderful. And we'll get Ruthie in the social media corner to pop that on the chat as well, because it's going to be great. And of course, if people want to donate to this, because it's a wonderful thing you're doing this for, if they want to donate, what do they need to do?
We've got a link for a GoFundMe. So you just click on the link. We've got it in all our events available to click on, and then you can just donate however much, however little.
Wonderful.
Because it all helps, doesn't it? Especially in these times.
Absolutely,
I think really struggling.
Very important indeed. And I think we'll get Ruthie to pop them on as well. I think she's doing that now, in actual fact. And why don't we go over to Ruthie right now? Let's go and see what she's doing over there in social media corner. Hello, Ruthie.
Hello.
You all right?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Very good. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Ruth.
Hello. I've got lots of questions for you.
Go for it.
Some of them are from Tommy.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I don't know if are they suitable.
Of course they're suitable.
Go for it.
I'll start off with one from Tommy, actually. He wants to know, this is going to be such a hard one for you to answer. He wants to know, who's your favourite comedy juggler?
Oh, without a doubt.
Is it me?
Andrew Van Buren.
Brilliant. That's it. Leave it there. Go next.
That's it. Moving on. We want to know, out of all the things that you do, so obviously you do everything, so singing, dancing, teaching, acting, bit of everything. What is the favourite discipline that you do?
Oh gosh. My teaching, I find, is completely separate to my performing work. They're all stars, and some of them are going to be performers. They absolutely love it, and they're great kids. But out of the performing side of things, I do enjoy doing a speciality act with Tommy. Yeah, that's my favourite.
Lovely.
I hate to admit that.
That's all right. We'll let you get away with that one. You're allowed to. So if you could learn a new skill, what would it be?
I'm just laughing. I'm going to jump in here because Tommy's now advertising for a new assistant in the chat. I'm free, Tommy, and I look great in a dress. Happy days. Back to you. Back to you,
Sorry,
Lucy.
Ruth, what was the question?
Ruth, what was the question
myself.
again?
It's gone. Where is it? If you wanted to, start again. Thanks, Tommy. The question is, if you could learn a new skill, what would it be?
Oh, this is easy. Ice skating. Me and my boyfriend Curtis, we love ice skating, and we think we're going to be the next Strictly Pros. So yeah, ice skating.
That's good.
I can't ice skate at all.
No, me neither.
No.
I can't walk.
Bam. That's also true.
Yeah, true. What else you got, Ruthers?
Okay, we've got Sophie Meschini. Thank you. Now she wants to know, Lucy, what advice would you give to young dancers who are struggling to stay positive during lockdown?
That's a good question.
The advice I would give to dancers is to remember that we're all in it together. There's always someone you can talk to, and use this time to improve, to stretch, to work on your weaknesses. I know it's hard to, motivate yourself at times, but I found with my student, a lot of them have really worked hard on certain aspects that they weren't very good at, and they've really improved. So yeah, I think use the time to improve on something.
That's it. And also, there will be an end to it, and everything will go back to normal. So just sort of, taking each day as it comes, day to day, and just keeping through it like that, I think is a good way to look at it, I think.
Yeah,
exactly.
No,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been stretching every day, ready for. Apparently, Gary, Tommy's asked me, Gary, what's your measurements? I've got a nice purple leotard. Ooh, groovy. Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah. So sorry about that, but I'm in. Any more from you, Ruthie? Let's come back to you in social media corner.
Okay, let's have a look. Darren Kirk, he says, can you unicycle like your brother Tommy? There's a bit of a theme going on here, isn't there?
Why are we talking about Tommy?
I don't
know. No, I can't. I have tried. I got so impatient, and Tommy got really cross with me. He was like, Lucy, you're doing it wrong. So no, I'm not. And the 20-mile, the 20k unicycle ride, I found that really hard on a bike. There is no way I could have done that on a unicycle.
Yeah,
No.
he suffered, didn't he? Bless him. More than you.
I did it as well.
Yeah, but he suffered more, didn't he, on a unicycle?
He suffered pretty badly, yeah, and I think he's still paying the price right now. Yeah.
Sore plums. Anyway, any more, Ruth?
Well, Beverly's just popped in. She wants to know if I can unicycle. I can wholeheartedly say no, I cannot. I also can't even ride a bike. I tried. Last time I tried was about this time last year. It was on a tropical island in the Bahamas. And I fell in a bush. It was awful.
Oh.
So no, I can't unicycle. I also can't ride a regular bike.
That's another good story from Ruthie.
Good story from me. Lucy, I've got another question. We want to know, what is your most favourite performance you've ever done in your career so far? Ooh. Is there one particular performance that stood out?
Yeah, the one at the CAA ball. The one where I spilled the Prosecco.
You spilled the Prosecco
over Anita Dobson. I think we didn't realise how amazing it was going to be, and we were both so nervous. There was these legends that we have so much respect for, like Barry Cryer on the front row, and we thought, oh my god, this is going to be awful. And I remember standing backstage, and Simon, one of the guys, came back. He's a friend of the Water Rats, and said, "Oh, Tommy, you really need to work hard, because they're not a good crowd out there. They're hard work." And we were like that. Oh god, we were so nervous. And we went out, and at the end, we looked out at the audience, and the front row of these stars that we admire, that we, really respect, were all stood up. Well, majority of them that could stand up, stood up. And we found it quite emotional, actually, because we didn't realise, obviously, when we went to that gig, and we get nervous for every single gig we do, but that one in particular was really special. And I remember Anita Dobson and Brian May said to us, we think you're going to go really far. And they said, you're a young, fresh, upcoming act. Not many people have an act like us at the minute, So yeah, it was a really special evening, and we just didn't expect it to be like that either. We just thought it was kind of your normal gig, So when we saw the people that were there, we were quite taken back.
Yeah, no, that's
We
incredible.
wish we'd have rehearsed, really.
Something we've been saying for years. But
Rehearsal,
it's
what's
fine.
that?
We don't need to, do we? Ruthie, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. You've not got any more, have you? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm
No,
fine.
that's fine. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you. We're going to see you in a little while this evening.
Oh, actually, before I go, Lucy, we need the link to donate as well. I've put the link for your Facebook page and also your email address on there, but I just need the link so we can, if anyone wants to donate, then they can do
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Tommy can do that now.
I was about to say that, yeah, get Tommy on that.
Yeah, Tommy can do that. Oh, your dad, he's good with technology.
Yeah. Yeah, for any of my students watching, they've all got the link. So, yeah,
so pop the link in the chat and let's support this. The GoFundMe link will be in there shortly. And of course, to anybody out there who wants to join in with us on Sunday, it's free to do so. Just get in contact with Lucy. The details are in this Facebook stream on stagetostream.tv. If you jump on there, you can see all the links and everything else you need to know. Lucy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been
you
really
too.
good. Yes, and we shall definitely chat more soon. Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Lucy Rollison. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye.
Something magical is coming this Easter. Live on Stage to Stream, our brand new online panto, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Join Dorothy Gale, the Cowardly Lion, Tin Man, and the Scarecrow in a brand new online magical adventure. Live this Easter at www.stagetostream.tv. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, live online this Easter. For more information, visit our website at www.stagetostream.tv.
Stream. Yes. Hello. Welcome back. We jumped there. Welcome back to stagestream.tv, live from the Neverland Theatre here in Skegness. How you doing, Ruthie? You okay over there?
I am great.
Oh, I didn't turn you
You're
on.
not
Sorry.
turning me on again.
No,
I'm great. How are you?
yeah, very good. Yeah. How's it going?
Great.
Any questions?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Right, this one is just for you, it's not for me.
go
So this one for you is, who's your favourite person to work with?
Favorite person to work with. Equally, I have things with everybody that I work with, and people that I bring back to work with. On stage, I would have to say Rollo is kind of my. Sorry, Ruth, but Rollo is my kind of. He's on my humour, and I can bounce off him. So when we go on, we can literally make up a show for probably. We have done for 30, 40 minutes at a time. So, so Rollo on stage is genius. And he's here next week as well. So you're going to see some of that top banter. We've got good banter, Ruth.
Yep.
Yeah, you're fun on stage. I don't work with you on stage, really.
Yeah.
I work with you here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the best person I work with on a stream? It's you, isn't it?
Oh, great.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
So,
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? And we're going to come back to you in a little while this evening. It's almost time for our third and final guest this evening. But
So
before we do that,
exciting.
there's a brand new show coming out tomorrow, a brand new musical. It's there tomorrow on YouTube if you want to watch it. We're going to come back and speak to the fabulous Dylan Lee very shortly indeed, who's the director of Theme Park Fan the musical. But first, let's take a little look into Theme Park Fan the musical.
I think it's been a few years since she released one, but have we got any more theme park parody songs coming too? Because I liked I'm a Theme Park Fan, and I think there was one about Wicker Man. I just wondered if there's any more coming soon.
Yes, there's a massive project coming next year, and that's all I'll say.
Hello, my name is Dylan Lee and I am the director of Theme Park Fan the musical.
I came on very early on in the process. I would listen to what was going on and I would give my sort of creative perspective. I've also written a few of the lyrics here and there and a couple of the pieces of the book.
I wrote the songs, I wrote most of the dialogue and most of the lyrics.
Hi, I'm Owen Evans. I'm a composer, musician, music producer and general performer and a theme park fan. I suppose you could say I've been Nick's right-hand man and musical collaborator throughout the project, contributing arrangements, orchestration, track production.
Hi, my name's Archie and I'm playing Zach F. Stone in Theme Park Fan the Musical.
My name is Hannah Jarvis and I'll be playing the role of Miranda Timpson in Theme Park Fan the Musical.
Hello, I'm Harry. Most people know me as Coasterbot, and I'm the narrator of Theme Park Fan the Musical, playing myself, Coasterbot.
Hiya, my name is Leah and I'll be playing Coaster Cassie in the musical.
Hi, I'm Kieran, and in Theme Park Fan the Musical, I'll be playing the role of Jack Franciscan, along with some random theme park goons, and also I've supplied the concept visual set design, so that's quite fun.
I first got involved with the project after Dylan rang me and asked me to take part. He made sure to add that as soon as Nick had spoke about casting, he pretty much straight away said there's only one person that can play Miranda and that's Hannah. So I was honoured and jumped at the chance to be a part of something that I think is absolutely amazing.
The story is one I think anyone can relate to. It's about the difficulties of trying to find your identity, trying to fit in with a new group of people and make an impression, the little mistakes and blunders you might make, and ultimately learning to just be yourself and appreciate the friends that you might make along the way.
The list of cameos for this musical is huge, and I'm personally excited to see how many little hidden details, jokes and references that you guys managed to hear throughout the entire musical.
So Nick asked me to be part of this about 8 months ago now. I heard some of the demo tracks he had going on for the musical and asked whether I wanted to be the narrator, and of course I said yes.
Creating Theme Park Fan the Musical has been a very collaborative process. I came on board as director in December 2020, and since then I have worked endless hours with Nick, Owen and Ryan to edit the script, refine the script, put the cast together and rehearse this and get it out there.
Around about a year ago, I got approached by Nick, who said that he had this idea for a show. Would I be interested in reading some lines? And I was like, yeah, sure, send them over. It went silent for a little bit, and then during the second lockdown, got another message from Nick saying, would you still like to be a part of it? And the answer was, of course, absolutely yes. You don't turn anything like that down.
I cannot wait to see people's reactions to the whole musical. There's certain songs out there, certain kind of references to theme park nerd culture that I think are really going to translate well, and I just really can't wait for people to hear them.
Dylan actually got me on board with the project. One thing that's super exciting about this show is it's a unique, fresh idea that's not been tackled before, and that's such a rare thing to come by these days. Also, all the profits go to charity, so please check it out and enjoy the ride.
What can you expect from Theme Park Fan the Musical? A lot of very niche humour, some really fun music, a good story about the friendships and what the community is at heart. You can absolutely expect to be re-listening to this because there are going to be things that are dropped throughout this that you might not necessarily hear the first time around.
These songs get stuck in my head all the time, and I'm actually quite excited for people to understand what I'm saying because I quote this musical far too often.
You can expect a whole roller coaster of emotions throughout the entire performance, and there's plenty of laughter as you'll recognise references throughout the show of things that just epitomise the theme park community and what it stands for.
There is really nothing else like it because it's just so geeky and weird.
Be ready to be delighted with all sorts of references. RMCs, spoons, the whole Blackpool experience crammed into one. You're going to love it.
You can expect to hear a lot of theme park references, of course. You can expect to hear a lot of subtle theme park references. You can expect to hear lots of musical theatre references. What you're probably not expecting is to hear how talented people in this community actually are.
Well, it's a fun, goofy and heartwarming show with a hugely varied score that contains something for everyone, from rap to rock to gospel. It is crammed full of references and Easter eggs, from obvious ones to less obvious ones that you'll have to look out for. And I think ultimately this show affectionately holds up a mirror to the theme park community in all of its wonderfulness and ridiculousness, in just the right way that I think you're really going to love. And after so many months of working on this, I just cannot wait for it to finally be out there and for you all to finally hear it.
And I really hope that you love the show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. Dylan Lee from Theme Park Fan, the musical. How are you, my friend? Are you well?
How are you?
Yes, very good, thank you. Nice to have you on the show. Welcome. Looks wonderful. Tell us all about it.
Yes, so this is pretty much a massive lockdown project that began back in the first lockdown last year. Nick Hudson, who is the writer and composer, along with Ryan Nixon and Owen Evans, who are insanely talented performers and writers, they got together and they started writing a musical. They wanted to write a theme park musical. Nick had written a theme park musical 10 years ago called Coaster Boy for a American theme park podcast. But he'd never written something that speaks to the UK crowd, so he wanted to write a musical about the UK theme park enthusiasts. So we started writing it in the lockdown. He messaged me in the summer of last year asking if I'd be interested. I was like, yeah, of course, like, it sounds cool. And obviously how these things sort of do, it went a bit quiet for a while. And then I got a message at the start of December saying, I want to get this going. Are you still interested? Will you come on board as director and coordinator? I was like, absolutely. And then literally, I think every single day since the start of December, the only day I haven't had a message from Nick Hudson was on Christmas Day. That's how hard we have been working as a team to really try and get this out there and going. It's crazy. 5 weeks ago, we had our first read-through and we're about to release the show. It's crazy.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit about the story of Theme Park Fan the musical.
Yeah, so I don't know how much your listeners sort of know about the theme park world, but there is within like all of the theme parks, there's a community of theme park what we call enthusiasts. So obviously everyone listening here would be very much musical theatre enthusiasts. Or theatre enthusiasts, and once a year in the UK at the start of the season, which is normally this time right now we would all be in Blackpool in the pub getting absolutely drunk, and it's a shame we can't do that this year. So the story really revolves around the infamous opening weekend in Blackpool, which is the very, very first time that all of us get together for the start of the season. And it follows Jamie, who is a new vlogger. He doesn't really know much about the community, about vlogging, and he wants to be like his idols that he's idolised watching YouTube for so long. And he wants to be like them straight away with no sort of work or anything like that. He just wants to be like them. And he learns a lot of life lessons along the way. And the show really in its centre is all about friendship and about being a community, something that I'm sure in every community out there it can really touch on that. It's all about coming together, accepting everybody for who they are, and being a community.
Amazing. And now you have a very special, just a guest appearance within this show, which is very exciting.
We managed to get two legends, a legend from the theme park world, which is John Wardley, who, for those of you who aren't theme park enthusiasts, he designed a lot of the UK's biggest coasters, from Colossus at Thorpe Park to Nemesis at Alton Towers. He's designed a lot of the biggest coasters in the country, but we also managed to get a legend in the theatre world, which even right now, I can't believe I'm saying it, because it's ridiculously crazy. We've managed to get the legendary Neil Patrick Harris on board to have one line in the show. So the fact that I'm sitting here saying that Neil Patrick Harris is involved in this production is just insane. But yeah, it's very cool that we've got Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
It's Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. and Hedwig from Broadway's Hedwig and the Angry Inch in our show. Like, how else could you say that? Like, that's just insane.
And is he a theme park fan, or is it just because it's a music and he wants to get involved?
He's actually a theme park fan.
Wow.
He's American, so he doesn't really know much about how we do it over here. But he's an American theme park fan. So it just sort of tied in very well with him. He was very much down to be involved. Nick had actually interviewed him a few times for his podcast that he does. Nick has a wonderful podcast called Musical Talk, which is the biggest independent, longest running musical theatre podcast in the country.
Amazing.
And Nick has actually interviewed him a couple of times for that. And yeah, like that's how they had that connection. When Nick sent an email, it took a couple of weeks, but Neil Patrick Harris responded and was like, absolutely. Which is crazy. So yeah, like I don't even know what else to say about that, because it's just crazy.
Yeah. No, it's incredible achievement and wonderful. I can't wait for it. Now this opens tomorrow evening.
Yes.
And this is going out on YouTube, which we've put the link, I believe, yes, we have indeed, into our stream this evening. Very exciting times, though, to get something out finally after all this hard work.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, so for me, I came on board on this in December, and it's really been a crazy couple of months. When I came on board, we had no cast. The script was still in its very early stages, so I worked a lot in December, early time in December. I spent a lot of time with Nick and Ryan and Owen refining the script, and really thinking about getting us all to think about the storyline and how the story progresses. Not saying that there wasn't a storyline there, because there absolutely was a storyline there, but it was just really refining that and making sure that it was following what we wanted it to follow, and that we were just omitting anything that just didn't feel necessary to have at any given point.
Yeah.
Like all these sort of new musicals, they take a bit of time to refine and get perfect. But when I came on board, we had no cast, so I think we actually had one cast member, and he's just sort of been the same constant throughout. So I put the cast together. Within a week, I managed to just rope people in that I knew from various acting jobs that I've had, or that we already wanted for the parts, and we just needed to ask them. And as you saw in the video there was a few people that I roped in who I personally knew and was like, there's no one else that can play this part but you need to play it, please come on board. And they come on board, which is insane. But yeah, it's crazy to think that we did our first read through on the 2nd of January, and now on the 6th of February we're about to put this thing out there. It's incredible that every cast member has managed to pull this off. And as much as obviously it's such a bad time with the lockdown and how we are, but I think the lockdown's been a godsend for this project. Without the lockdown, we probably wouldn't have had it go up as quick as this.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting. We're all very excited to put it out there. It's months of blood, sweat and tears from everybody.
So how does this work? Is it obviously because of the lockdown, you can't be on stage performing this in its entirety? How are you doing this? Is it like a Zoom with everybody there, or how are you doing this?
So we've done it as a full audio drama production.
Okay.
So essentially, it's a full recorded album that everyone's recorded remotely in their own homes.
Amazing.
So which that in itself, everyone's recorded songs without a musical director for one, which is ridiculous. And everyone we've worked with everyone to get to do dialogue. So everyone's recorded these at home in their own living rooms or bedrooms or back gardens or sheds, wherever they've done it. And then Nick has mixed and mastered it in his home studio. Obviously, bear in mind this is a remote recording, so if you do listen to this tomorrow, there will be some microphones that won't be the same sounding as others, because it's what is available to each cast member at the time.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's an audio recording that Nick has worked countless hours on, and it comes in about 1 hour and 9 minutes at the moment, I think, something like that. And then there'll be images on screen with concept set designs by the fabulously talented Kieran Quinn, who's just done some insane set designs for us. And that's how it's going to be, basically. So you'll get to sort of visualize as you're watching how each scene progresses from the B&B at the start to the park gates to the gates of the new roller coaster to the pub. You'll see how it all progresses.
Amazing.
Through these visualizations.
It's great that that you're all finding a way to to make this work. This is the thing. We're all isolated and locked down. As we say, and the fact that you've managed to get this all together. This is the start of of something bigger for Theme Park Fan. I think it's admirable that you've done this during lockdown and that you're pushing it. It's amazing.
We're definitely hoping this is the start of this is just the start of it for us. We're already starting to discuss what we do next, and the next plan is to once we're out of lockdown, whenever that's going to be, we're hoping to get into a recording studio and just make sure that everyone's microphones are sounding the same.
Yeah.
To then release it on Spotify and Apple Music and release it as an actual cast recording. And then we're hoping that over the next year we're going to develop it, and then hopefully we might actually get it on stage at some point or film it. There's a big discussion about would it work better in the medium of stage or in the medium of film, because obviously it is all about vlogging, so it could work very well as a film because you have it with everyone vlogging on their own cameras, and that could be quite cool. So it could be interesting how we would do that. So that's we're going to hopefully start looking at the next route that we're going to take with theme park.
Well, definitely come and talk to us in the new year once once we get past all this, because we've got a theatre, lots of filming facilities, and we'll certainly help and do what we can to join in and stuff. So so let's give it some legs and have a bit of fun with it. But come and talk to us once we can get everybody together and we can see what we can do with it. That'd be amazing. I'm going to talk very quickly because I know you've got another one to go to very shortly indeed. So I'm going to quickly go over to Ruthie in social media corner. Hello, Ruthie. Are you all right? Sorry, there we go.
And again, hello.
Hello. We haven't got much time because obviously Dylan's got another couple to do this evening. So give us a question.
Well, actually, Dylan, you've answered an awful lot of questions as we've gone along of what people have been asking. So, that's great. But there's one that I do want to talk about. I've seen on your Facebook page, which I have posted in the comments. So if anyone out there, wants to hop on, do make sure you look on the comments and go ahead and give Theme Park Fan the Musical a like, and then you can keep up to date with all their info. That's already in the comments for you. But on there as well, it does say that you're doing a little bit of fundraising at the minute, Dylan, with Calm Zone. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So we very early on wanted to have we had a discussion about we wanted to do this for charity. With obviously the past year, there's been a lot of mental health going on, myself included, and a lot of the cast, and we just really wanted to do something where we can give back, and we chose Calm, which is the campaign against living miserably, and as they are all about suicide prevention and raising awareness of male suicide. Male suicide is the biggest killer of men under 45 in the UK, with 75% of all suicide cases being male. But we didn't just choose them because of that. They also support anyone and everyone if you're feeling suicidal at any point. And they're a very not huge charity, but they're not a small charity either. But they're not as well known as other charities like the Samaritans, for example. So we really wanted to support these guys. And today we have managed to get over 2 times over our target. So our initial target was £500. I believe we are standing at £1,140 thereabouts today, and we haven't even put the show out yet, so that's insane.
That's amazing.
But on that as well, we partnered up with Aroma Prime, who create themed aromas for theme parks, attractions, museums, and care homes, and they've created a fantastic scent that accompanies the show. And the smell has a combination of the sea air, wood, steel, popcorn, and candy floss to make you feel like you're in that kind of vibe. And they're giving 100% of their profits from the cell to calm as well,
Amazing.
which is very nice of them. we're quite happy about that.
Yeah. Then that's something as well that kind of works in that sort of 3D environment or 4D environment where you're bringing in, different sensors as well. So amazing. Right, I know you've got to zoom off because you've got so many more to do this evening to get pushing this show for tomorrow. We have put everything in our chat stream as well. So if anybody wants to take a look at that, then please do. And we'll definitely be there tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Dylan Lee from Theme Park Fan, the musical. Wishing you all the best for tomorrow, and let's speak soon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Have a nice night, guys.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Are you okay over there, Ruthie?
Yeah, I'm just looking on a Roma Prime website, so I'll find the link. Yeah.
Excellent. I'll pop it on there, and
definitely.
let's chat some more. Now, it's almost time for us to go.
Oh,
I know, right? I know. We've got to go because there's something exciting happening, which we've got to rush off for.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, no, we do. Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's happening?
Oh, well, for us personally, after this,
yes,
we're going to go and log on to go and watch Mischief Theatre. They're doing movie night at home, so you can
by magic it appears.
There you go. So they've been. So I don't know if any of you have seen the play that goes wrong, or the bank robbery, or Magic Goes Wrong.
Magic Goes Wrong, which was
there's
incredible.
Loads and loads of different shows that they're doing. They're all in the West End. I think they're the only company to have multiple shows from the same company showing at the same time.
They are literally everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
which is incredible, and and it's great fun. And they are there tonight.
They're there tonight. I think they're there for the next. Well, they're there this weekend, and then the weekend after as well. It's £10, isn't it? It's only £10 to watch, and you log in and you watch it either online or stream it to your smart TV, whatever you've got, and you can actually interactively join in as well. So you can send tweets for suggestions and things. If any of you have ever been to an improv night, you'll know how chaotic but how much fun they are as well, and it's all made up as you go along. So get involved. Mischief Theatre, like I say, £10, and it's a fabulous night. So definitely get on that. That's what we're going to do very shortly. But equally tomorrow as well, don't forget Theme Park Fan, the musical. Log on to YouTube and watch that. You can find all the details on their Facebook page. The link is in the comments. And of course, do make sure you donate as well. You can donate whatever you can, however little, however small. It goes to a great, charity. It's Calm Zone, and is supporting suicide, prevention and things like that. So it's a great charity, and you also get to watch a show as well. So make sure you donate and definitely log on, give it a watch, and give it a lot of love.
Yeah, nice. Well, it's almost time to say goodbye. It's been a nice night tonight. We are back on Monday. Don't forget, we're having the weekend off so we can get things ready. I've got to, clear the theatre up because I need that at some point in 2023, but we've been working on things in there, and of course we're back on Monday. Ruthie,
Yes.
Thought for the evening? Do you have one before we leave?
Yeah, I do. What would chairs look like if our knees bent the other way?
Brilliant. Okay, another interesting thought like that sometime soon. Don't forget, if you enjoyed yourself this evening, make sure you share this page, like it, tell your friends, get them involved, especially people out there in the industry. Where are you? Come on, let's get some more people in. Let's get talking. This is important. We've got loads of fabulous guests next week joining us, so do make sure that you join us. From Monday evening, 6 o'clock, we're back with some cracking guests next week. And of course, make sure you look on the chat tonight on stagetostream.tv because there's loads of information on there for all the things that are going on. Okay, especially with the Children's Mental Health Week with Lucy Rollison. Look on there and join in there on Sunday. If you want something to do for the kids, then get on there. There's loads of different things going on. You've got Steve Hewlett. You've got loads of people that are on there and will be entertaining you and teaching you new things. Is incredibly important. Join on there and show some support. And of course, the fabulous Theme Park Fan, the musical, is out tomorrow as well. So do join us for that. We're going to go over and watch it as well. And of course, if you fancy something tonight, jump on Mischief Theatre. They are incredible. Bit of improv tonight live. It starts in 25 minutes time. Just go on their website, have a look, and buy a ticket and watch it. They're there for the next few nights. We've been on every night that they've been on, and it is incredibly funny and a bit of light relief from all the horrific rubbish that goes on with nothingness in lockdown. So do stay safe wherever you are. We're back Monday. Looking forward to seeing you once again. Have a great weekend from us all here at the Neverland Theatre. Thank you very much and a very good night. We'll see you on Monday. Good night.